My struggle to adapt to the hearing world has kind of made me engage again with physical making of my artwork, so that I find that the physical tactile processes of using clay and printmaking are kind of lend themselves to my way of thinking. So I've done a lot of research around the landmarks or scars that are in the landscape of the South Pennines, and this has led me to working a lot in quarries and where the scars have been made by people in the landscape, and they're evident everywhere. Some of them are rewilded, but they're everywhere. And kind of following that through, I've done a lot of research to do with the social history, but also with the geology and the wider kind of issues to do with quarrying and extraction. Hello, my name's Diana Terry, and I'm an artist who's been leading this project on landmarks. I have been looking at the land for some time, and I've been recording it, painting it, drawing it, printing it, and pressing clay into it, and recording it in many different ways that I can think of. And I did that for quite some time and collected a lot of evidence, and now I'm kind of moving away from source and have developed work that's more abstract in nature. I think people call me a multimedia or multidisciplinary artist because I trained originally as a potter, ceramicist, but then I recently have had the luxury of being able to have a studio and work full-time, and was drawn naturally to painting, which I find that there's lots of overlaps between using clay and using paint. They are kind of loose materials that's a joy to use. An important part of my process has been that I am profoundly deaf, and this has impacted quite a lot on my work, my process, because I find it quite difficult to engage with the art market and so on. But the funding has enabled me to focus my work and aim it at the fellow deaf people, so that I'm pleased about that I can now engage with a number of different centres and organisations like Hearing Links, who have promoted and supported me in this process. The Arts Council funding has come just at the right time because I've been involved in some professional development courses and so on, and I realised just how I needed to get this work together to make exhibitions. So what the funding has enabled me to do is to put on a touring exhibition of my work, 4 different venues with progression on the way, because they are spaced in time apart from each other, and it will allow me to develop new work for each venue because they are all different.